Hi, Michelle.
Hi,
Great
nice
to
to meet you.
meet you. How are you
Yeah,
today?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Oh my God, I'm still shaking from watching this movie. So thanks for
Oh,
that.
good.
Appreciate it.
Oh, good. Actually, I heard you're not a thriller fan, so that's
You know
good that
what?
you liked it.
I don't mind thrillers. It's the gross horror movies that get me. You know what I mean? So
I,
this
I
this
do know.
yeah. But the thing about thrillers too that creep me out, and especially something like this one, so kudos to you, is because it could happen. You know what I mean? And that's what I think makes it really more scary or more of a thrill, you know? But I have to ask you, have you always been this unhinged? What, made you write this?
No, I read it from my husband. He's the unhinged one. So,
Well, we'll get to that in a few minutes. But no, seriously,
no,
you reunited with your writing partner, Carolyn Carpenter. You've
yeah.
written together before. Where did this idea all come from?
Yeah, actually, the unhinged part, it came out of COVID. We actually wrote it during COVID, on the phone. I was in New York, she was in LA. We're like, this lockdown stuff is insane. People are
Yeah.
losing their minds. Like how much does it take for society to just unravel, right? And
Yeah.
just um, and I agree with you. One of the things that's scary is that a person can just go off, at any time, anywhere. And unfortunately, we're reading more and more stories of that.
Yeah.
And so to me, that's terrifying. It's the real life stories that you read all the time. And yeah, I'm not a slasher fan either,
Yeah.
and it's a thriller, but it also is about family issues, and it's about trauma and survival and bonding and that as a family, and that's what I like about it.
Well, talk about a family affair because this truly is a family affair for you. I mean, and so it really does translate into, everybody on screen. But here we have, your husband starring. You've worked with, this is now your fourth time working with him. Your lovely daughter, Olivia, who did a great job in this. Your son is scoring it, and then your brother is a producer. So I don't think that we could get more family involved here, honestly. What was
If
that
we
like?
had a dog, the dog would be in.
Did you not think about putting the dog in?
I know, right? Yeah.
Next time. There could have been a good role for the dog. I could
There
see
was a
that
good role for
happening.
the dog.
Whoa.
Yeah, we don't have a dog right now, but
Okay. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. That would have been really. I think that would have been more frightening. But seriously, when you started to think about this, you wrote it. Obviously, you had JK in mind for it. Why does he play evil so well? What's going on there?
deep dark secrets, I think I can't reveal. No, he plays dark well, he plays funny well,
He
he
does.
plays dad loving father well, he plays cartoon characters well, you know what I mean. He's the jack of all trades. I mean, if you were married to that, I think you'd be a writer director too.
I would be. I would take
You're not
full
already, I don't know.
advantage, which you have. But seriously, when you are, you're starting a project, and your first day on set with him, or he's obviously preparing, and you're preparing before our shoot. How do you kind of disassociate and not be wife mode, mom mode, your director mode? How does that happen?
Actually, very, very easily. I think I'm at my best when I'm in that kind of situation. I used to be a performer. We actually met years ago performing,
Yes.
which I loved. I absolutely loved. But there's something about, I always say that film is the most collaborative art form there is. And I love that. I love, I collaborated with my brother, who produced the entire thing on his own, and my friend Carolyn, who I've known for decades, and my family. I just love, you know, the crew, the input. Jordan Crockett did the production design, was phenomenal. It's just, I love it. So, it's very easily, I like it because it's not like I'm, the director I just love all the ideas. I love talking about it. I love, and I like, one of the things that I do like is the layers that you can put into a film. How many layers can you put into, it's not just a thriller, which I like.
Yeah.
I think I like the thriller aspect of it, but there's so many layers in it.
Oh, that's for sure. So after all these years of being together with JK, what still surprises you about him, or even when you watch him work? Is there anything?
Actually, that he can play roles like this. I
Yeah.
mean, way back when he did Oz, I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah. Well, that's where you guys met, right? Yeah.
We met doing Peter Pan,
Oh,
actually,
okay.
a
Okay.
Broadway Kathy Rigby revival of Peter Pan.
Oh, well,
Um,
okay. Yeah.
yeah, he was Captain Hook, who's also kind of an evil guy.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. There's a pattern here.
Yeah. I was Tiger Lily, Pirates and Indians getting together. It was a lovely thing. But you know, Oz was, I stopped watching them actually because we were, we had young kids and he'd
Yeah.
come home and I came from the acting world. I know you're acting, I get it, but I still couldn't. I'd watch these and he'd come home and I'm like, honey, you know, where do you draw from to play these really? I mean, Schillinger was a horrible person. Um,
100%.
like how do
Yeah.
you draw from that? Because they always say like write what you know. As an actor, you pull from your own experiences, and he's just a really good actor. He's just a really good actor.
Yeah. I mean, I was,
Sorry, go ahead. No, go
no, no,
ahead.
no, you please finish up,
I
finish
was
up.
just gonna
Sorry.
say one of the things I'm trying to find, because I love to try and find different things. What character it would be a challenge for him. I wrote Tony Cummings, who's another writing partner of mine. Years ago, we wrote I'm Not Here. And
Yes.
yeah, no dialogue whatsoever. I'm like, okay, here, and oh my God. I mean, so I'm trying to come up with a character now, like what would be a challenge for him, and what would be
Yeah.
exciting to do. So
I don't think anything really, I mean, like I said to him, he makes it all look effortless, like honest to God. It doesn't matter what he plays,
yeah,
like, I've been watching them since day one. We're all pretty much around the same age. And I just go, it just blows my mind because I thought, Fletcher and Whiplash which is one of my
yeah.
favorite characters that he's played, but like what an asshole. And I go, Wade that he plays in this makes Fletcher look like an angel.
I
Like
know. It's
honestly,
true. It's true. Yeah. If you can come up with any ideas, please let me know
I
because I'm
will.
dying
I
to
will
write a
put my
part that would
mind to this
challenge him,
because yeah, and here he's going to be playing Milton, Uncle Milty, like in
Yeah.
Jason's new film, and I go, yeah, like Heavy Cross to Burden, and then it was funny because he said, well, all the young people have no idea who Milton Berle is, and I go,
That's
yeah,
true.
that's kind of sad, but
That's
I
true.
get it
Yeah.
because then he can kind of manipulate it a little bit and not have that pressure. So it's very interesting. So I'll try to help you
Yeah.
think there because I don't think there's anything that would challenge him. But I wanted to know what challenged you making this because here, yes, you have your family and that's a big responsibility, but then you're shooting in these massive woods, running around trying, this actress that you hired, Isabel, and she was fabulous as
Yeah.
Miranda. I mean, honestly, was there something specifically that challenged you making this one?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Isabel is fantastic. Fernanda Urahola as
The
Jenny,
mom?
the
Yeah,
mom. Alan Leach was so fun, so fun.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree. And our daughter Olivia, of course.
yeah,
But
yeah, no, 100%. Everybody's great.
actually, shooting in the woods, I didn't realize how difficult that would be. And we found a great location, but it was like September, October in Missoula, Montana. It was really, really cold. I had
Mm.
no idea how cold in the fall it could be in Montana. I don't know why. I probably should. I did a bunch of other research. I probably should have researched that. But and just the animals. We had a bear come on set. We had a moose, which is actually even scarier because those can
Yeah.
be really dangerous. And the snakes and the generators going out. And the challenge was shooting in the woods. Because you don't have a plug, you can just go plug it in. If your generator's out, what do you do? It was hard.
Yeah.
And animals and squatters. There were squatters on this land. Wait, when you go
Wow.
deeper into the woods, yeah, it was interesting. Which also made it, fun and kind of cool. But
Yeah.
that was a huge challenge. That was the most
And
challenging.
yeah, and when you're working on such intense material too, I would think that you need to have some kind of bonding time or decompressing time with the cast. Like how to,
Yeah,
yes, you're right. They're acting, I get it, cut, end of day. But when you're playing such intense roles, everybody,
yeah.
what do you do to kind of calm everybody down at the end of the day?
And themes, some really, really, one of the reasons we also, Carolyn and I wanted to write this was the themes of anxiety and
Mm,
suicide, which you find in the younger generations now. Our kids are 22 and 25, and that generation, they're so filled with anxiety and
yeah.
there's that, attempts of suicide and thoughts of suicide have skyrocketed. I know COVID had a lot to do with that, but it's a scary time. So we also wanted to kind of address that in the film and give it, um, give it that it's not a great option,
No,
in
no,
life.
obviously.
Things
Yeah.
things keep working through things and you can, get over trauma. But Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost track there because I just got so into the themes of of anxiety and suicide and
Yeah, no, it's very important. She handled it really well. I mean, as an actor, because I think that young people can hone into somebody. I found her very
yeah.
relatable as an actor too.
Oh, good. Isabel, yeah,
Yeah,
Isabel.
she's
That's yeah,
wonderful. Yeah.
yeah, good.
Was this her first big role? I couldn't really
This is
find a
her
lot about
first.
her.
Yeah, she did Donnie, what was the name of that? She did one film, very, very small indie before. I had her come to the house, even though it was COVID, most of the auditions were through video.
Yeah.
But once we were, zoning in on who our Miranda would be, I had her come to the house a couple of times and we worked through some improvisational stuff. And, because to throw a young girl out in the woods, with hello, JK Simmons, in a terrifying part. But she was great. She was really, she was really good, especially for
Yeah, no, really, really,
carrying
very,
such
really, really
a
good.
weight. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Did JK always drive a motorcycle, or was that something I thought that? Like it was, yeah, it seemed very natural for him.
It's a very good stunt double who looks a lot like him. But
Okay.
he did drive it. He likes to, when we talk about this, he's like, I pulled up anything under 10 miles an hour. That was me. And it was under 10 miles an hour. That was him. He pulled up and he rode off.
That would be me. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
me too.
He rides a bike though. So that's like a starter, it's like a trainer. He rides a bike all through New York. He rides his bike everywhere.
Yeah,
So,
which makes sense. Yeah, who
bicycle.
wants to drive in New York?
A
Seriously,
bicycle.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to wrap it up, I just want to ask you a little bit about Olivia because she, like I said, she is so good at this, and you can see, she's so lovely. I just spoke to her a few minutes ago, and I
Oh,
go,
good.
wow, you raise good kids there. They don't feel entitled. Look, she went to college. She's really been honing this craft. It's not like,
Yes, yeah.
hey, dad, mom, give me a job. Like, no, 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 no. That's not how it worked. But did you guys ever sit her down and go, okay, are you sure this is really what you want? Because it's not an easy profession, you know?
Yep, we
You can
did.
open the door, but you can't go past that
But
sometimes,
that's
you know?
exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, early on, like she was doing, musicals and plays in school and things like that. I'm not sure what she said, but I think around the age of 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there, she really started to want to act. And we
Yeah.
said, well, because she sees him and his career. And we said, that's not the norm. You
Yep.
know, he worked really hard and he was much, much, much older when he started having, significant success.
Yeah, that's
So we
right.
said, if you, yeah, we tried to, both of them, music and acting. I mean, two of the hardest industries, but we also always say, do what you love. If you're doing what you love, no matter if you have, minimal success and can barely pay your rent or have, JK Simmons success, you're going to be happy, right? So
100%.
like if it's really what you want to do, study. She studied at school. She went to the Groundlings and RADA in London and Shakespeare's Globe, and you have to study. And we're not going to. We definitely didn't want her to, oh, come and be in Daddy's movie here and come and be in Daddy's. It was like, no, no, you learn your craft. You're gonna have to audition even for this. And I know we're running out of time.
Yeah.
I had written, Carol and I wrote a small cameo for her to just pop in because she's an acting student at Pace, but the character became so important and significant that we actually said, you're going to have to submit to our casting, Annie McCarthy. And without her knowing, because I'm Schumacher, so I don't think I know Annie didn't know she was
Yeah.
my daughter. And Annie put her on as her top choice. So we were like,
Amazing.
okay.
No, it's very, I'm sure as parents, you should be extremely proud of both your kids because the music also is wonderful in this. And anyway, I really, really enjoyed talking to you, Michelle. Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time. It
Yeah.
really is a fantastic film, honestly.
Oh,
Like,
thank you.
yeah,
Thank you
really
so much.
heart thumper. And best of luck with everything. And congratulations to you and your entire family. And
Thank
next
you. I
time
appreciate it.
you'll think about getting a dog, and we'll put the
There you
dog.
go. And he can play the dog. Yeah. Thank you
Thanks,
so much. I
Michelle.
appreciate it.
Take care. Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. Bye.